Hello and welcome to F.I.R.E Roadmap to a few money. My name is Brie and on this channel I talk all things budget, planners, financial freedom and my journey to being financially independent. If any of those sounds appealing to you, please subscribe, like this video and leave a comment below. Today I'm going over my 2025 sinking funds, but first, what exactly are sinking funds? Sinking funds are like monies you set aside to pay for bills and or expenses that only occur outside of a monthly budget. Things that happen that you pay maybe once a month, once a year, twice a year, or every quarter. Those are like sinking funds. So for example, it would be I don't know, like car registration, home insurance, car insurance, car maintenance and repairs, medical, and anyway, you get a gist. Anything that gets paid, anything that gets paid outside of a monthly budget should have a sinking funds. But yeah, so because we have 3 kids, my sinking funds are quite extensive and somehow a little complicated. It's not just because of the kids. We also have a house that needs to be maintained. Our cars are like slightly older. Well, our cars are older. They're all over 10 years. Wait. No, my car will be 10 years next year. Yeah, my car will be 10 years older. 10 years old next year. So we have a lot of expenses outside of a monthly budget, and this year my sinking funds were kind of like all over the places. My monthly budget was like top notch. Like, I mean, there were categories that we were overspending, but I was keeping track of all of that. I was also keeping track of the sinking funds, but my issue was that sometimes the expense would just like drop on your lap, and I wouldn't have it planned, and it was just, especially the kids sports. Oh my god, someone should have prepared me for the stuff that the kids need and how much sports cost. I was not prepared at all, and because our district is having like budget issues, the participation fees went up, and parents were only notified like a week or so before they were all due. So, and then don't even get me started on traveling. If the kid is doing like some sort of sports outside of school and is on a travel team, good luck with that, because like my oldest one, we finally signed him up for a club outside of school, and next year he'll be going to Philly, Las Vegas, and Oregon. But the good thing is I already have those dates. This club is good enough that they actually tell you when the travel dates will be. Sometimes you don't even know because you don't know if the team will make it. But yeah, the sports I can go on and on and on about that. It has just been very frustrating managing the sports sinking funds. But yeah, I'm going to 2025 somehow slightly more prepared, and we'll see how that goes. Now, this is the spreadsheet that I have, and these first 2 columns were already there. These 3 are the ones that I added just to print, and then yeah, and kind of help me. I mean, you might say I'm a type A person because I like to be extremely organized, and I guess this will help me be more organized with the sinking funds. So I decided to just go in and give a priority to each one of these expenses, and then figure out if the expense is the fixed expense or if it's going to be variable. Like our yearly deductible, for example, is going to be fixed. The over the counter, it's not going to be fixed, it's going to be variable. Why is it not? I'm trying to zoom in. Okay, there you go. And and how I'm going to be paying for each one of these expenses. So I have ESOP, cash, and bank. Basically, bank meaning that I'll be keeping the money in the bank account, and cash means I'll have a cash envelope for that expense, and then ESOP means that we will be selling some of my husband's stuff to pay for those things. So over the counter, it makes no sense to have that one ESOP because you don't need to sell a share to go buy, like, I don't know, like allergy medicine, for example. You don't need that, or vitamins. Yeah, so this will be cash. This will be held in cash. And then but yeah, so if we go back to the categories that I have, so I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So I have 9 categories. I have medical and health, car funds, house, membership, household care, toiletries and beauty supplies, birthdays and holidays, kids funds, and other funds. And then each one of these category has some subcategories. So in medical and health, I have yearly deductible. I should probably change this to like maximum out of pocket. That might be better description. Maximum out of pocket. And then over the counter, and my car funds has car insurance, car registration. Wait, is car registration? Okay, car registration is cash. Okay, that makes sense. Driver's license, car maintenance fund. So in the car funds, for example, only car insurance and car maintenance funds will be ESOP, just because those are like high ticket. We have 3 cars, and our car insurance for 6 months is 2,000 something. Yeah, insurance has got a lot of experience, but although we also have a teenage driver, so that adds to it. And then the house funds has home maintenance, household goods, tools and equipment, electronic, and office supplies. And you can see which is, all these are high. Like the car insurance is a high priority, the car maintenance, all this so far is high. The home maintenance is very high because we live in the Pacific Northwest, so we get our house service for our HVAC, the fireplace. We have a sump pump that we need to, service that. We have twice a year, in spring we clean the windows, and then in fall, like towards the end of fall, early winter, we clear the gutters. So I need the fund for this. And then all these are low priorities. Those are things that we will decide if it's very urgent or if it's extremely necessary before buy. So that's why these are like low. And membership funds, Costco actually, we just got the renewal notice of renewal information, and it's going up from like 120 to 130 for the executive. So I don't know, I will see towards like when we get a check at the end of the year if it's even worth it. If it's more, if the check we get is more than the 130, I will keep in 2026. If it's not, I'll just downgrade to the gold star. Because I think for this year our check was like $140, so that makes sense. We only get like, it pays for itself, and we get like $20 more to buy, I don't know, some milk. But yeah, so that's Costco. And I have Chase, American Express, Microsoft, and PlayStation. My kid doesn't use PlayStation anymore, so I don't have that to pay, but we still have to pay the Xbox Game Pass. Maybe I should have him pay for that. I don't even play the game. He plays the game. He should be paying for this. And then but yeah, no, I'll pay. It's and it's very low priority. If anything happens and there are some expenses that we need to cut out, this will go. This will be the type of things that will go. Even like the Amex membership, I'm still debating whether I should even keep that. But I wanna keep it though. It's expensive, but we'll see. And then Amazon Ring Pro membership, Amazon Prime, Amazon Prime, I want to cancel Amazon Prime, but my family won't let me. They complain, they're like, well, how are we gonna watch this in their football? There are some shows I like to watch, blah 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 blah. So yeah, that's why Amazon Prime is still here. What I did actually cancel is Disney Plus. Disney Plus has been pissing me off lately just because every year they increase the price, and I'm like, do you all not have like a ceiling? How high can you go? So I just went ahead and canceled my Disney Plus. I don't need that. I don't even watch it anymore. um yeah, so I canceled Disney Plus, but I don't get a refund. It just will not renew in next year. So I still have it. I usually just pay for it like last July, so I still have about 6 months, 7 months, no, 6 months to use. But yeah, so that's membership funds. And then household care, I have paper goods, laundry essential, cleaning supplies. And then toiletries and beauty supplies, I have toiletry, face care, hair care, makeup. And then birthdays, I have all the kids and everybody's birthdays and holidays. These are all high priority, especially the charity. I like to kind of give, set aside some money to give to different charities. But yeah, and then kids funds, school, summer. Summer, I have dependent care FSA, and I'm hoping that's going to be enough. If not, then it will be just ESOP as well. Driving school, I probably won't have to pay driving school, driver's ed, until maybe mid 2026. So I should probably, oh, I have ESOP for that. Okay, never mind. And then sports trip, sports and activity, those are all like, employee stock option. That's going to be paying for that. And then in my other funds, I have clothes, shoes, purses, bags, and personal items. This is very low. I need to try to incur these expenses. In 2025, 2024, we spent way too much on these things. And then haircut, home insurance, property tax. So home insurance and property tax, we pay both out ourselves. We took care of escrow, and then every month I have the money transferred to a high yield savings account, so it stays there. It's a different account, completely different from the one that I use daily. And when the bill is due, I just pay with the credit card, transfer the money back into my regular account, and pay off the credit card like that. When I do that with this, I get the high yield savings interest rate, and I also get points on my credit card. This is not advice for everybody. You have to have some sort of like discipline, because you might be tempted to use all the money on something else. So that's why I actually have a separate account for that, and I don't touch it until it's due. Yeah, so we were able to take home insurance and property tax out of escrow, I think last year. Yeah, last year. This is going to be our second year paying our own escrow. It wasn't really hard to take it out of escrow. We just called the bank, our mortgage, our lender. We just called them and then submitted a request, and I guess they compared our home value. I don't even know where they'd be getting those values, maybe on Zeros somewhere, and they approved us. So, and they approved us, then they sent us the money that was in the escrow, which I used to deposit in the high yield savings account. But yeah, and then I have stockpile, bulk meat, concerts and fun activities, and vacation funds. So stockpile and bulk meat. So stockpile, I tend to buy things in bulk. Even the bulk meat, like I said, I buy like, this should be bulk, this should be meat and fish, because I have a fish subscription as well, where I get fish delivered like every 2 months. And then the bulk meat I buy, like I said in one of the prior videos, I buy a quarter of a cow once to twice a year. Depending on how my kids eat, but the teenagers right now, they be eating a lot, so I have found myself buying the cow twice a year. And stockpile, it's mostly for things like when I go to Costco and I have to get those big bags of sugar, rice, flour. I call that stockpile because when I buy them, it doesn't, I don't know if it should be part of the monthly grocery bill, because those last a long time. Those last like maybe like 4 months, 5 months. So that's why I have this stockpile categories over here. And like olive oil, what else do I stockpile? Yeah, just the rice, the flour, the sugar. I think that's it. Oh, and what I also want to start buying in bulk is snack. My kids are snackers and I'm also a snacker. I can't even like be mad at the kids because they got it from me. I'm a huge snacker. But yeah, anyway, kind of got a little sidetrack there, but back to my sinking fund. So this is kind of what it's going to be looking like, and I have the ones that like the priority, the high versus the low. It looks like I have mostly high priority and some very low priority. And then the type, I put fixed and variable. Like the maximum out of pocket, it is fixed amount, whereas the over the counter is variable. So you can see how it looks like this. And then the bank slash cash slash ESOP, it's kind of what how I'll be paying for each one of these expenses. So anything that is cash will have an envelope. So I'll have a cash envelope for each one of this category. I actually don't have one yet for over the counter, so I need to make one for this one. I need to make one for over the counter. And then I think I have to make one for car registration and driver's license. I don't have one for that either. Office supplies, arts and craft. Yeah, I wonder if I should put this with school supplies. No, I'll keep it separate. And then I have a cash envelope for this. I have this. I have all this. Now when it comes to toiletries, beauty supplies, and the kids funds and the birthdays, what I decided to do was each one of the kids will have their own set of cash envelope. So what that means is that my oldest one, K, will have his toiletries. Like who knew that teenage boys were so much into skincare and hair care? Like, this is outrageous. They're all one, and the hair care I can kind of understand. They all have like different hair type. So one product that was for one doesn't work for the other one. So they each have their own like hair line that they prefer, and some of those are not cheap. Like, they are not cheap, because my middle son uses Curlsmith, and a tiny jar, I think it's 6 ounce or 8 ounce of deep conditioner is $26. I'm like, go back to using Shea Moisture, and he's like, no, Shea Moisture dries the heck out of my hair. Curlsmith, this is not a paid ad. This is just personal experience from my kids. Curlsmith keeps his hair hydrated and moisturized. I'm like, why do you even care? But anyway, yeah, I'm not gonna go into the debate about whether boys should be taking care of their hair or not. I'm not going to do that. But what I know is that hair care for my boys is expensive, and skincare as well. The teenage boys, they're going to puberty with the acne and all that. So yeah, they gotta take care of their skin. So yeah, so each one of the kids will have their own envelope for their hair care, their skincare. Okay, they don't need makeup. Their own toiletries, because they're like, oh, one uses Method Man, the other one uses Dove and all that. But yeah, and where was I? Yeah, So they each will have their own little set of envelopes with the things on it, like his birthday. Oh, and my oldest one, he will have his Xbox membership, and he will also have some of the sports stuff in his section of my binder, of the cash binder. I'll do another video where I'll walk you guys through all the cash envelope that I have. So like my oldest one, for example, he will have all his thing football, like participation fee. Okay, I'm not gonna be saving for his academy, his club, because it is way too expensive, and that's probably gonna be ESOP. And then travel, fundraising, they do tons of fundraising, so I'll be putting like a couple of dollars here and there every month, so when the fundraising monies are due, I can just give it to him and he can give it to the booster club, or whatever that thing's called. Yeah, the booster club. Yeah, and I also have a binder for Christmas. So the problem with Christmas that I often find myself with is that sometimes there's too much money, sometimes there's not enough money. So I decided to break down Christmas into like subcategories. And so Christmas will have like gift, stocking stuffers, decoration, like home decor, gift wrapping, and some miscellaneous stuff. Like at my work, for example, we do a white elephant sale, so I want to be able to, I don't know, pull $25 out of the miscellaneous envelope and cover that. But yeah, so that was the Christmas envelope. And so anything that's cash will have an envelope. And I think I have them all. Yeah, I think I went through all of them. Okay, this one here, I did put ESOP for the bulk meat and fish, but I'm going to see if I can cash fund this. I do have a cash envelope for this too, so I will cash fund that. And this is cash. Vacation, I'm gonna do both ESOP and cash. I don't have an envelope for this, so I need to make an envelope for this. Do I? No, I don't. The reason why I have now in my vacation funds, I wonder if I should do two separate, like the sports trip. Something's going on with my pen. The sports trip and family vacation, or maybe just use one of the sports trip to turn into a family vacation. You know what? I'm just gonna keep it as one. I don't need this. But yeah, I think that's it. So yeah, so in my next video, I'm just going to be going through some of my cash envelope system that I have set up. How this system is gonna work better for me next year, especially with the fact that I have the priority here, and then the type, and then how I'm going to be funding each one of these expenses. So I hope this is gonna help me. I'm gonna come back I don't know, like in March, and give an update on how this is working. Yeah, I think that's it for this video, you guys. Like I said, my next video will go over my envelopes and how I have them organized. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching and spending your time with me today. I really appreciate it. And if you can just leave a comment down below and give me some feedback, and if you found this video slightly helpful, don't forget to like and hit that subscribe button. Thanks you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.